Hello guys, Skarfly here, and today, as you can see, it's a survival playthrough thing. But not just any survival playthrough thing, I'm not using Optifine, for here is Forge. That is right, we are doing a Dalek modded survival series just to see how long I can manage it, because most of the time I suck. And Daleks don't burn in the sunlight, so that's not going to be entirely fun. I'm going to need to get myself some Dalekanium armor, if you know what I mean. Alright, where did I spawn? Dalekanium. Dalekanium. There isn't going to be any Dalekanium here, as far as I can tell. I think the ultimate... Oh, great, there are already Daleks around. Wait a minute, that's a good thing. I could use the Marine Daleks to get the Dalekanium. Tell me I didn't just... I did. I freaking did. I spawned on an island, everybody. Oh well. Survival island with Daleks, I guess. Alright, I got one tree to work with here. Let's punch it down and try and collect some saplings while we're at it, because I didn't spawn in a forest. I don't know why this is be going down, but I don't like it. I do not like it. This is the best start ever to a Dalek mod thing. Dalek mod survival series. What was that sound? Oh, probably not important. As long as I don't end up getting killed. Oh, I'll just respawn back on this island. Now the biggest question is how I'm gonna obtain food. Because I'm pretty sure no cows, sheep, pigs... I'm pretty sure none. I don't think sheep drop food unless they had a lamb chops in 1.6.4. Sheep wouldn't help me in this current situation. Shut up, Norton. I don't need to know. Mainly because you suck, Norton. Norton was trying to prevent me from using the Dalek mod API earlier to make a custom Dalek, which reminds me we may be seeing my custom Dalek running around at some point. Come on. Tell me that was a sapling. If not, this is gonna suck. Yes! A single sapling. That's good. Alright, alright. Now I've got myself some wood. My first priority is definitely shelter. So I'm gonna dig out a house. Because I'm not gonna roam around on the surface with Daleks about. Not until I get myself the TARDIS, which is probably gonna be the end goal of this. To get myself transport. Time travel. Time travel, which means either constructing a vortex manipulator, which I can't remember the recipe for, so that's probably not my best bet, or constructing one of the two different kinds of TARDIS. Lucky me that I can't get a hold of a beacon to construct a TARDIS. You know, this is the best idea I've ever had. And this is actually the best place, because the less land there is for mobs to spawn, the better off I am. You know what would be a good thing for me to find? Canine. If I were to find Canine, I'd be definitely set. Because Canine's awesome. So all I need to do is get myself some stone for some stone equipment. Because once I have myself some stone equipment, I can actually fight some of these things. I couldn't even fight the Gator Dalek with Dalekanium sword. But that's because the... Oh, crap, I just said what it was. Oh, well, yeah, the Gator Dalek. The Dalek that's a fan of the Gators. That's right. I freaking made the... Don't judge me! Well. I mean, honestly, what's the worst that could happen? I cannot believe I just said that. It's almost as bad as saying, no going back now. I hope someone here caught that reference. And if you didn't, I am disappointed. I am disappointed. 4 FPS, gonna have to fight some Daleks and Weeping Angels, and whatever else this mod throws at me. We've already gone over these threats before in several mod showcases, although they've got a new mob added with this latest update, so this isn't exactly the ideal situation for me to be in, because I don't know everything that's happening. Actually, I do. I watch the Dalek mod very closely for updates, because I just friggin' love this mod. Nobody's gonna stop me from doing so. Right, I'm gonna need to patch up some of these holes with dirt. I friggin' like dirt. This idea was horrible. Right, a furnace. Now I can start a mine. But before I start a mine, I might as well get some food going, because I think food would be a smart idea. I'm going to need to find a mine shaft to get myself some string, so that way I can make a bed, a bow, a fishing rod, and all that. But in terms of food, that's pretty much priority. I need to get a farm started. This is going to be a long game. You know, I probably shouldn't have my end game idea so far off and so foreboding, building a TARDIS. I know that the bulk of the recipe is just logs, but a beacon? I mean, really? I'm not going to have any luck with that. Oh well, at least I've got some flowers and squid to keep me company. Alright, I have 3 seeds so far that can make 3 wheat for some bread. Maybe the seed wasn't so great after all. Oh, well, I'll probably be glad I had this Minecraft seed more than anything as soon as night falls. When will night fall? I always look up at around this time of day. Getting close to being close to... I'm close to being close. Don't judge me. Alright, I need to make myself a stone hoe. Because farming. And while I'm down here, I might as well make myself like a door or something. Just so that way mobs can't come on strolling in. Maybe I'll set up like a neat little walkway. Out of cobblestone and dirt. That's not noob at all. Gee, running at like 4 FPS is not good for this sort of situation. Oh, it dropped to 1 when I looked out to the ocean. Probably because there are Daleks spawning out there. I'm falling in a hole. My FPS is a putrid mess. Right. Cobblestone, cobblestone, cobblestone. Why is Anna singing? Does she not know that I'm recording, or does she just not care? All right, I think I'm just about done with my super secure entrance. No Daleks will get past this, except maybe the explosive ones. Oh my god, I didn't even think about that. Why do I have to put these thoughts in my head? Oops. Why am I taking up my time? I'm getting stressed. I'm gonna have to handle these Daleks like a man. I'm gonna have to handle this like a Time Lord. Be brilliant. You know, it actually doesn't look that bad for having started. This is my first day shelter. I'm gonna have to wait for that tree to grow in order to get any more wood for a chest. Till then, I'm carrying all my loot on me. Let's start the mine right here. That way, I don't have to exit the house in order to get iron. Or coal. That's good. Torches. I can light up the island before night falls. I'm not sorry about this, Planks. Alright, that's all of the... That's enough coal for how many sticks I have. The sun is already getting close. Thankfully, I can craft a torch in my inventory. 20 torches. It's gonna have to cut it. Woo! Have I put down more than one torch? Well, duh, but I think I put down 2 right next to each other. There's the culprit. You think you can hide from me? No, you can't. I don't think on the first night all that much should be spawning, but you never know, and I don't want to find out. Nine, I don't have time for this. Took about 16 torches to roughly light up this island. I don't want to settle for roughly. Should be enough to keep Daleks from spawning at the very least. You know what would be horrible? A weeping angel spawning in my house. Is this even a house? I can't tell. Oh, well, that coal was a merciful gift. Let's keep going. Hopefully we'll find iron. I'm going to keep this tunnel lit up just in case. It's not likely that anything will spawn in here, but I don't want to risk it. Not until I have enough string to make myself a decent bed. As opposed to a... Oh, are kidding me. Thankfully I've got some seeds in my hand. I can dig gravel with that. My FPS is dancing from like 4 to 6. Ah! Perfect! Uh-oh. If I can hear a spider, then that means there's a cave nearby. I can hear it to my right. The sound of Minecraft typically travels around 16 blocks. Or I'm just full of myself. But I just heard that spider drop, which means there's definitely a cavern nearby, which is more or less good. First, I'm going to need to smelt that iron. I found 5 iron. It's enough to get me a sword and a pick. If I had the wood for it. This doesn't appear to be going in the perfect direction, but it's not a bad start for the first night. Started a mine shaft, found some iron already. An iron sword is just as strong as a Dalekanium sword. So naturally assuming no Daleks are spawning out here, which it appears as if there aren't, which is a freaking godsend. I do not want to have to deal with Daleks on my first night. I'd probably be able to hear them anyway. And if there were any Daleks, could they get past such a fantastic... Oh, I thought I heard something breaking. I was just, no. No. Like, chills ran down my spine at that moment. Perfect. Acquiring hardware. The question is, what am I going to do with this hardware? I'm probably going to store my precious, precious iron away. You know what you should be able to do? You should be able to smelt gravel into something better. I mean, gravel's probably good in the Hunger Games. No, not the Hunger Games, the walls. Sorry. That way you can make a decent suffocation trap. While I'm down here, I might as well mine. I like mining. I think such a simple task ought to ease my mind off of this situation I found myself in. Namely, trapped on an island, no TARDIS, Daleks about. And who knows what else is running around this place. Maybe I can kill a marine Dalek to get Dalekanium. I've never tested that. Probably have to test that on my own time, though. I'm not going into the cavern just yet, not until I manage to make myself some form of better protection. I mean, a stone sword's good and it's not actually good, all that good. I mean, it's better than a wooden sword. That would be just a suicide. Alright. Don't hear any Daleks. See any Daleks. About past midnight. I reckon about 3 in the morning. Nothing. Not even a Dalek. Now I really am alone. Oh well. Better than dead. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. For the farm. I can use this iron to make my farm, which I can use for food, which I still need. I can use this to make a more controlled farm, my preferred favorite. There. That ought to work. They're probably like people just beating on their monitors. Just, no! No, you fool! You have screwed yourself over! Which I probably have already done. Look, there's a Dalek. I like the marine Daleks. They haven't proven to be hostile yet. But hey, right after an update, that could have changed. Like one of those little changes they never tell you about. Also gonna need to like call for some help. Contact the forces. I don't have forces. I'm gonna need something to get me off this island. And don't anyone say a boat. That's not gonna help me in this current situation. Actually, it would just get me away from my hovel. Which, by the way, I think is an excellent hovel. Look, the doctor taking up farming. Isn't that just, well, ludicrous for one? Everyone knows. Well, I'm not going to spoil anything. Okay. I ain't be spoiling nothing for no one who hasn't seen any of Season 7. Which, by the way, was a fantastic season of Doctor Who. We all know when the soil turns dark, that's when you plant, because your crops grow faster, and I want my crops to grow quickly. I'm gonna have to wait until more weeds pop up on the island, then I can get more seeds. Probably would have been a smart idea to make a farm inside the island, but hey. No. I like building outside farms. It's realistic. It adds a touch of realism to the not realistic Minecraft. Alright, so the sun's rising. Perfect. And the tree hasn't grown. Not perfect. At least I've got these flowers to keep me company. Is that a weed? Well, since it's not been whacked. What you think you doing? Oh, he's got friends. Looks like I'm gonna have to arrest all of these. All the weeds. I'm arresting all of the weeds. Looks like the weeds had no seed on them. They did not have any seeds, which is a real shame. And why isn't this grass, the tilt grass, working with me here? Probably because it wanted me to make like a helmet out of the iron I found or something. It would. It would. Okay, I think that's a pretty decent... You know what, heck to this. I think that was a good start on my Dalek survival. And ain't nobody got time to tell me to not do the series because I'm not going to listen to them. I like it, actually. Adds more of that touch of, holy crap, what am I going to end up facing next feel to the game. And I like that. Instead of just saying, oh, I know, I'm going to deal with some zombies, maybe a skeleton or two. This time it's, what kind of Dalek am I going to end up with? They've got a lot of them. Oh, now you decide to cooperate. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. I'm Skarfly. This has been Dalek Mod Survival. Thank you to UDWF1, Red-64, and that... It's embarrassing. I can't remember what he was named. Anyway, thank you to him too, for all three of them, for this mod. Oh, look, the tree's grown. What has happened with this tree's leaves? Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. So I'm gonna punch down this tree before we go. Before we go, I need to punch some trees, own some noobs. Actually, I'm gonna be the one being owned by the Daleks. I keep saying Daleks, not like Autons, Weeping Angels, or anything like that, because I think it's more likely for for at least one version of a Dalek to kill me. Oh, look, another sapling. That's good. Because I think it's more likely because there are so many kinds that spawn in so many places. Like, if I want to be able to get the TARDIS, I'm going to need a nether star to kill the Wither and make a beacon. Wait, no, other way around. I'm going to need to kill the Wither to get the nether star to make the beacon. And there are Daleks in the nether, which isn't good. Like, nowhere is safe. They're probably Daleks like spawning in the underground caves or something. And I'm gonna have to end up facing them. Alright. Wow, 4 saplings. That's good. That is good. More saplings equals more trees. More trees equals more wood. More wood equals more supplies. More supplies equals I'll likely do better. Alright then. All those saplings have been planted. This has been Skarfly with Dalek Survival. Probably gonna call this like Survival of the Skarfly or something, off of the joke The Survival of the Daleks. And I'll probably just call it Dalek Mod Survival. I've got my hovel, which is serving to be a pretty well-made home. And I plan... What? Why am I trying to make a chest out of logs? That must be one heavy chest. Anyway, so why do I always get sidetracked every time I do an outro? I mean, what the crap? And if you've been looking for it, you probably have noticed by now. This has been Skarfly, Dalek Survival, Owning of Noobs. It's Dalek Island Survival. Oh, that's what I'm calling it. I am so calling it that, and you can't stop me, Hole. Find this Ian. I need to talk to Ian. Oh well. It's rarely available on Mondays. I will be back with more of this. This is a very fun series so far. You can't stop me, Hole, or the black hole known as the internet. They can't stop me either. Actually, I'm pretty sure someone could, but that's besides the point. People are probably wondering, when is he gonna shut up? This video isn't going anywhere anytime fast. I'm going to go into this hole. Hear that spider again. Alright, I'm in a hole. This has been Hole with Skarfly. No, it's just been Dalek Island. Yeah. Go, glorious go.